What up, Pamp? It's me, Daniel. I just set a timer for 10 minutes. And I don't know if it's glaring or not, but here we go. So I just spent 10 days in Germany. Ask me why. Go ahead. Because I wanted to get out of LA and I wanted to just feel something different. Okay, on this channel I've talked a couple of times about like authenticity and like this feeling of isolation and but like wanting to seek solitude. A lot of you commented the word solitude was more appropriate, and I think you're right. And I just wanted to see what would happen if I spent 10 days by myself in a foreign country where I don't speak the language. So I flew to Germany. I got a hotel. And I was in Cologne. It was a beautiful, beautiful town. Church bells were going off, like brick road type vibes. There's like museums I just walked into randomly. And what I did was I sort of like went off of this book that I read called The Artist's Way. And in The Artist's Way, there's like this like cornerstone thing that you have to do, which is called the morning pages. And the idea is that every morning, first thing in the morning, what you'll do is you will write 3 pages by hand. And I did that. And I did it with this little guy here. Hopefully it's here. Yeah, I did it with this, my little remarkable tablet. These are those weird like e-ink tablets that you see on Instagram advertising. I don't know if you've seen them before. But basically, it's like a notebook. It's a digital notebook. So every day I would write by hand 3 pages. And or more, which doesn't seem like a lot. But I wrote a lot. I wrote like a lot while I was there, and I made a point to do it every single day. And I learned a lot about myself. And so today, I thought it'd be interesting to share with you the biggest takeaway. Okay, the biggest takeaway from my little solo trip in Germany. And this is going to sound obvious to you. You're probably going to be like, why am I even watching this? But to me, it was not obvious. And I'm a 30-year-old man. I do pretty well for myself. I have a company and all these things. But this was like, oh, this is how people live usually. And I have not been living this way for pretty much my whole life. So this is it, okay? 2 things. I learned that to reduce my anxiety and to feel like I'm living a good life, that I need to be honest with myself and honest of myself. These are 2 different things that are very interconnected and extremely valuable and very much a gigantic puzzle piece that I've just been missing this whole time. So to be honest with yourself is to literally just sit down and like journal and have strong opinions about things. Or find opinions about things, about the way the world is, or about the people you surround yourself with, or about your job, or about what you want to do, or about what you have done, or what you will do, or your surroundings, or or just all of these, your environment, all these different pieces of your life. To be honest with yourself is to dust them off and go, oh, that's what that is. Oh, this is how I feel about that. Because if you don't take that time to figure out how you feel about your current circumstances, you won't be able to. It's like creating a compass for yourself. It's like, what do I like versus what do I don't like? What do I not like? For me, and I feel like a lot of like educated people will feel this way. It's like I can see both sides of anything, right? I have been that way forever. I can see both sides of this opinion. I can see both sides of this argument. that's fine if you are pursuing your PhD and you're writing a thesis, but if you want to play on Earth with other humans, dude, like for example, for me, I made a video on my main YouTube channel called YouTube Literally Right Now. It was the first video that I made when I got back from Germany, and it was opinionated. And it destroyed any other video I've made in a really long time. And it was because I had a feeling about something and I had a point of view. But I've been playing it so safely for so long that I just like completely have been like, it's like a bird in the sky just kind of floating in this like safety bubble. Like, forget it, man. If you don't know how you feel about things, then I could give you the steering wheel to the ship, but you are not going to know where to go. That, to me, is anxiety inducing. There's something about like not being able to get where you want to go. That's one thing, but not even knowing where to steer the ship, you got to start dusting things off and figuring out how you feel about it. My cat is peeing right over here in the litter box. So if you hear any bristling, that's what that is. Oh yeah, just track that litter all over the place. So there's that. Honesty with yourself. Be honest unabashedly honest with yourself. Like, how do you feel about these things? That's the first part. The second part is being honest of yourself. So if you notice in your journey of being honest with yourself that physical fitness is really important to you, you learn over time that I haven't seen the sun in 3 days. I feel really bad when this happens. I now know about myself that if I don't see the sun for multiple days, then I just don't feel good. So being honest of yourself is taking that knowledge that you know about yourself and then committing to it. Wide 8. He's been a meower lately. He's really been meowing a lot. So honesty of yourself is like, I need to start behaving the way that I feel, behaving the way that I gotta start living my truth. You know, I know that's really a stupid phrase or whatever, but like, it's real. Like, first you gotta figure it out and then you do it. Again, this is super, super common sense. Oh my God. I'm trying to talk to you. This is not a good day to have ADHD. Honesty of yourself is setting boundaries. It's knowing that you don't want to stay up late, so you say no when somebody invites you out. Honesty of yourself is learning that I don't have a lot of social relationships right now. I need to start making that happen. Honesty of yourself, it's like diagnosis and then prescription. That little cycle, diagnosis, prescription. This is what I learned about myself. This is what I want to do about it. And that cycle of going back and forth and doing that over and over again, starting with just simply how you truly feel. For those of you who have been serial monogamists like myself, where I'm always in a relationship and now I'm not, it's a tricky thing because you're so used to being like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Blah, blah, blah. But, you know, if you can carve out this time for yourself now, just even 30 minutes in the morning to write 3 pages by hand and see how you feel about things, it's going to change your whole life. You know, I'm not saying you have to be single to do this. I'm just saying, like, for me, I was able to go to Germany for 10 days by myself and just like learn how I felt about things. I don't know if any of this has been useful. Sorry about my ADD, but that's something I took away from my time in Germany. Be honest with yourself and then present that version to the world. That's it. Dude, learn yourself and then act on it. Figure out what you like and what you don't like, because a lot of you don't know, because I didn't know, because I've been drowning myself in noise for so long. And then kind of figure out those guidelines and then act on that for a little while. And it's okay. That can change in like a month, 2 months, 3 months, a year. Polish off the compass, use the compass, and be transparent. Be honest of yourself. Project this part, then you're going to be less anxious and you're going to be more energized in the right direction. So that's that. All right. Be good. Goodbye.